It's now time for the changing weather. This is the changing weather. That's right. And oh my, is it changing. There is a major winter storm. It looks like it's going to take a direct aim near Kansas City. All right. So this is a Kansas City special edition of the changing weather. And let me take you through the latest models. I'll show those with you. But wow, as you know, a few of you that have been monitoring our forecast from Weather 2020 in the LRC, this is a storm we predicted to happen around January 5th. So here we go. I feel like I'm doing a sports cast. Let's take a look and see what's going on. All right, so for the latest data, this is the GFS model, the American model. Notice all the snow forecasted by noon Central Time on Sunday. Can you imagine if the Chiefs-Broncos game were in Kansas City? Well, look, Denver's right here, so it looks like they're on the northwest edge of this storm for the Broncos-Chiefs game. The LRC is the centerpiece of the big atmospheric jigsaw. This is the piece that others do not know how to use or understand. And of course, a lot of you, we've been sharing it with you for 20 plus years, 37 years ago when I discovered it. There are other influences. This Arctic oscillation and ENSO are playing a part. Let's look at the Arctic oscillation. In October, when this part of the pattern cycled through, it was an AO positive, and that led to warmer weather. It was a very warm start to the season, and it got wet though. Look what's happening now as we move into the next 7 days or so, a dip into deep negative territory. When it dips negative, this is the most likely scenario. Arctic air will be blasting south, storms will get generated and energized, stronger storm systems, and this storm is being influenced by it. When it's positive, like earlier in the season, Arctic air is held up north, and sources are weaker, and it is warmer. So the AO, Arctic oscillation, is a factor. It doesn't tell us when and where there will be a storm. The LRC does that. The LRC predicted that this storm would be developing right around January the 5th or 6th, and here it is on January 5th to 6th. It's not that powerful, but right up here is the block. See, there's the river of air above us. Here's Hawaii. Here's the west coast of the United States, Mexico, and Canada. And notice the river of air is coming around, and then it bumps into this block up here, and it forces the jet stream and the river of air to be a little farther south, and it's helping this storm generate. If this block didn't exist, this storm would probably be up here in Iowa and Nebraska. But because of this block, Kansas City has a chance of getting hit by this. All right, look at that. So how much snow is this? Let me take you through it. Let's look at some of the models, all right? Let's take a look at some of the models. I'll have to call it up here and bring it over. Let's just go call it up. I'm going to call it up and bring it over to show you the latest models. Bear with me for just a second. Here we go. So here we go. Ready? So here is, as you can see here, the GFS model, total snowfall, precipitation, total snowfall. And as you put this into motion, pick out where you live. There's a little bit on Thursday, believe it or not. That shows about a ½ inch on Thursday. Then look at that. Now this shows you how tricky it is. This model has 1 foot to 2 feet across parts of Arkansas, southern Missouri, into Tennessee. See that? But look what the Canadian model has. The Canadian model has it farther north, from along I-70 northward, Kansas City more on the southern edge. So again, look at that. So there is the Canadian model, and here is the GFS at the same time. See that difference? This should tell you a lot. And here's another model. The Icon model only has that much. So we have a dusting to 3 inches of snow possible on one model. The GFS model would show the bigger amounts of 6 inches to 15 inches, but for the whole viewing area from Maryville area in Trenton, 1 inch to 15 inches of snow. And then the Canadian model has 6 to 13 inches of snow. So that's quite a few different ranges. By the way, the European model has more like the Canadian model. Actually, a combination of the two with 6 to 12 inches of snow on the latest data. That's a lot of snow. These are possibilities. These are not our forecasts. If I were to make a forecast for you right now, I would say there's a good chance of some snow Saturday into Sunday into Monday. Accumulations are likely. How much, I'm not sure yet. Okay, that's the forecast. The possibilities range from dusting to 1 inch to up to over a foot of snow. So those are the possibilities. So hang in there. Let's see what we think in the next few days. Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year. Can you believe it's almost 2025? Let's make this our best year ever. I'll be in Kansas City next week for a conference. I'm actually speaking. So that'll be interesting at FarmCon. Have a great day, everyone. I'll update this later. This is The Changing Weather. Thank you for watching The Changing Weather.